DJI have launched version 1.4.0 of the Fly app today to support the DJI Air2s, which has also been released today. Okay, now in the release notes there is nothing specific to do with any other drones, but I thought just to give you guys the confidence to go and install it on your device for your drone, whether it's the Mavic Air 2 or whether it's the Mavic Mini or the DJI Mini 2 or the FPV or whatever, I thought I would go out and test the app version myself using the DJI Mini 2, which is pretty much the one that I had already handy, and some batteries that were actually charged up. So in this video you will see there are a few changes, and what I would like you to do is at the end of watching it, just let me know what you think in the comment section below. Now, this might not be an exhaustive list. I might well have missed things. Obviously, I was trying to do it as quickly as possible to get this video out. I think I've covered pretty much everything. And if I've made a mistake and certain features was already available, I do apologise. It's just what I've just noticed. So I'm going to roll that footage now and we'll catch up at the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to click Connect Aircraft. And as you can see, that is the new support for the DJI Air2s. So we're going to go ahead and select Mini 2. Then we'll turn our drone on. I want to go through a few features that I have just seen. So let's click back into camera view, and like I say, I have noticed a couple of changes, so we'll look at them in a little bit more detail now once we're connected.
Point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Right, so I don't know if any of you have had that little glitch at the minute where it keeps saying the return to home has been updated to -1. Obviously that's not there. So first things first, you can see down in the bottom right hand corner there has been a slight difference. Okay, so now we've still got our storage display, we've still got our EV value, but these now on a sliding scale rather than a menu up and down. And also our res and frames per second is also exactly the same as well. So now we can flick between the few of them, and as you can see, it's just a slightly different way of doing it. But we're still stuck to that 30 frames per second. So yeah, just a little change there. Now, I do apologise if I'm being absolutely stupid here, but previously when you wanted to zoom, you would press the 1 times to 2 times and that would go in and out. What I've also noticed is on this, if you pinch the screen, you can also select a level of zoom between 1.4 to 1.5. Obviously, as you can see, that range between 1 and 2. And of course, if we flick to, I don't know, let's say 1080p, 60 frames per second, obviously you have got more zoom up to ×4 and varying levels, or you can do it as I'm doing it right now, just by pinching the screen. Okie dokie, so that covers that one. Let's flip back to 4K. Now let's go into our menu, and one thing I have again noticed, we now have this Aeroscope. So let's click the Aeroscope, and as you can see, remote identification allows observers on the ground to track where an aircraft is flying and who is piloting it, much like an automobile license plate, providing your personal information is optional. Okay, so we can click them on or off, and you can select who you are and what flight you're doing, and I think that's a really, really neat feature. And obviously you can turn it on or off, but it adds a bit of accountability. So let's come back out of there. So I've noticed that also we seem to have 60 Hz anti-flicker now, whereas it was just the 50 before. Unless, again, I've been really daft and missed that. That is also new. And beyond that, I cannot see anything else. So as you can see, the menu system has changed, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit that record button, and I'm going to go for a quick flight and just test the flight performance.
Take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
So the purpose of this is to just give you guys a bit of confidence when we are talking about updates, and just making sure that you have got the confidence to install this. So there we go then. Everything seems to be as normal. Click it into sport mode. We've got that increased speed back into Cine Smooth, and we're dropping that down quite nicely. Everything seems nice and scenic. And I do apologise for the noise. There is a sort of waste disposal thing next to me. It's pretty good so far. Let's check the compass. That is about right. Yeah, that's about right for where I'm pointing. Obviously we are in a rural area, so I'm not going to expect any interference really. There you go. Go for a little pan round. See, so smooth controls are possible even in sport mode, as you can see. And just back that up, let's go to our advanced gimbal settings. And as you can see, I've not actually played around with my settings at all. They're all set to standard. So let's continue our little loop round. Like I said, it is possible to get smooth footage even in sport mode, just by being really gentle with the controls. Right, so let's head back then. Okay, that I've got this nice scenic area to be able to do these sort of tests in. And we're just playing around with my settings just to make sure that the compass is working correctly. As for the horizon, how does that look? It doesn't look too bad, to be perfectly honest. You can see the aircraft is slightly banking, but that's reasonably level. Unless you believe the Earth is flat, then I'm sure you'd be horrified that that's like Gav, but that's another conversation for a different day. This is a cool little test because I'm pointing the opposite way to the drone, just to see what happens. As you can see, that drone is now behind me, so I'm not even pointing at the drone whatsoever, but yet still got that full signal. Absolutely incredible. It's 130 meters away. Have a look at these boats. I mean, obviously I'm not far whatsoever, but yeah, nice location. Let's just pan round. Nothing's supposed to be cinematic about this flight, by the way. I'm sure you're aware of that. So let's try that new function then. So let's line up on this boat and let's use the zoom in and out using the pinch function. So yeah, like I said, I can just use the quick option, or I can zoom in. Please tell me if this is absolutely new, because I was not aware of it. Yeah, if you've seen anything yourself as to maybe something I have missed, then please let me know. If not, I'm going to go land this now.
Landing.
So hopefully you found that useful. What do you think of the new slide features for the settings for photos and videos on the DJI Mini 2 or whatever version you're using? I think they're quite handy over and above the scroll wheels that they used to be previously. So I do like that new little feature. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching and see you again soon.